So we know we can expect a brand new take on Wolverine in the MCU. We know that they're working on the X-Men, but the former Wolverine actor Hugh Jackman opens up about passing up the mantle and why a reboot of Wolverine is inevitable. So recently, there's been quite a few interviews, outlets, quotes. There's actually been a lot from Hugh Jackman. Now, obviously, anytime he's interviewed for anything, it's pretty much regardless what he's involved with, everybody wants to talk about Wolverine. Now, of course, he was Wolverine for the better part of 2 decades, so it's a pretty impressive run considering he ended up in the Guinness World Book of Records along with Patrick Stewart. Now, recently when he sat down, and one of the links I'll use is IGN, but there's actually plenty of them out there, like there's too many to list. He talks about Wolverine, Wolverine's future, Wolverine's past. He just talks about Logan in general, and he goes over a lot of interesting stuff, some thoughts, the future of the character and everything, and he specifically asked about the character's future. Now, when he talks about Wolverine, he says that it's too great of a character to leave it where it's at. It's too good of a character to not do a new take on it because a lot of people see him as the definitive take. And he talks about the fact how he's expecting that sooner or later we are getting a brand new Wolverine, although he doesn't have any insider detail. Now, that last part, I'm probably willing to believe is somewhat true, but he's, friends with Kevin Feige, so he probably knows a little bit about an idea. But obviously, who knows what they're going to do, but it's guaranteed we're getting a fresh take. Now, when he talks about the rebooting of Wolverine in the MCU, it's very much kind of a different interview with it here, where he sort of hints towards Wolverine being a standalone character and not part of the X-Men. And previously, when we've had multiple people involved with the MCU and with the properties, they've all said they see Wolverine as a separate property, which makes me think that him, along with others, is hinting towards the same exact thing, that when we get Wolverine in the MCU, inevitably, he's gonna be a standalone solo act to start, and then sort of make him cross over with everything. Now, what are they gonna do? Who really knows? But if you just keep reading these interviews, you're gonna see that he is dropping a few pieces here or there of info of kind of like what he thinks they should do and what direction they should go with. And it definitely seems like they want to go in a younger, more approachable, like more naive Logan, which honestly I think that's a good way to take it. Because if you go back all the way to, well, let's go all the way back to X-Men 1, really. That Wolverine was still very confident and knew exactly who he was. And then he just was having trouble remembering, like his origin. And that's where we kind of pick up with him. I want to see, I think what many people want to see and what they keep hinting towards is that we're going to get that story of who exactly is this character before he gets to that confidence level. And I think there's a lot that you can do with that. So honestly, it all looks pretty good. The interviews are great, and I just can't wait to see what they do with this.